American taxpayers. Isn't it about time we get a little bit of say in which countries we want to bomb? Isn't it about time? Because I think Greenland could get it right now. If we got to bomb somewhere, God forbid the shareholders at Lockheed Martin can't feed their kids as boats, all right? Get out the aggression. Take it out on Greenland. It's the most humane country to bomb. It's got the lowest population density. I looked it up. It's mostly ice. Help them melt it. I already got the hashtag. Go green. Okay? Poor Greenland. They're so innocent. Greenland is not innocent. Did you know they attacked us? Yeah. You guys heard of the Titanic? Who sunk that? Who sunk that? A rogue iceberg that splintered off of Greenland, radicalized by the Atlantic Ocean. PNG, stop radical Atlantic terrorism. You know that Greenland every year dumps thousands of tons of water into our oceans? They're trying to slowly drown us as a part of a larger campaign to heat up our planet called the greenhouse effect. Wake up, sheeple! They sunk one ship. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Or we could just not bomb anyone.
That was super funny. Today we're checking out hilarious comedian cracking jokes at Greenland. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let's go!
Ideas, which is fun. Off of America? Do you ever think about that? I like it. Greenland? Ooh. Now I want Greenland. I never even thought about Greenland. Now it's all I think about. My favorite thing with Trump wanting Greenland is they call Greenland, the Vikings used to call Greenland, Greenland, and Iceland, Iceland to like keep people away. When in fact, Greenland is ice and Iceland is green. And I wonder if that trick, Leif Erikson's trick from 1,000 years ago, made it all the way 2025, where Donald Trump was staring at a map going, green. We love green.
Yo, did you find that land you were looking for? Yeah, but it's just all ice over here. How about you? Yeah, I did. And it's just green everywhere. I think it's pretty obvious what we should name these places. Yeah.
Obviously.
Bro, we can do the funniest thing right now, bro. I know exactly what you're thinking, and them niggas are about to be so mad. So should we start getting naked now, or?
Honestly, I find it pretty funny that Greenland, which is in ice, is called green, and Iceland, which is green, is called Iceland.
He wants to conquer the world, man. He wants to take over Canada, Greenland. I mean, seriously, who even wants that snow-pissed wasteland? Or Greenland, for that matter.
Good joke.
Trump wants to buy my country, Greenland, Galactic Nunat. And you are most likely thinking, what are Q's thoughts on this? First of all, I want to say Happy New Year! Since this is my first video in 2025, I am keeping my Q's Greenland channel as apolitical as possible, so I won't get into this subject in details. I strongly believe in Greenland's independence. To achieve this, we must expand our collaborations and establish business relationships with countries beyond Denmark. We Greenlanders, Galactic, deserve to be independent, and I hope we will strengthen our connections with our fellow Inuit in Canada and Alaska significantly more in the near future. Life is amazing. Greenland is amazing. That goes.
That sounds pretty reasonable to me, and you should definitely strengthen your relation with America, or Alaska for that matter.
Like a freestyle rap about Greenland. President Trump is coming in unpleasant, riding Air Force One number 47. He lands in Greenland. He's like, for the fun of it. All the local Inuits, they're like, we'll have none of it. None of it's a city. We know that that's a fact. They want to have Greenland and take it right back. He's like, listen up, Denmark, you Danish shits. We're gonna invade it and take every bit. They get angry. They're like, don't be so hasty. We're like, shut the up and eat your pastry. No mistaking, your country mainly for bacon. Greenland, the whole island nation, we're taking. We're gonna get it, yeah. And why? Because China will take it. But please, madam, care for your vagina.
That was pretty good. Great freestyle
I
rap.
don't know if you guys are aware, but the US is thinking about conquering Greenland. Personally, I think this is a great idea, but I have to admit that I would refuse to travel there even if it became part of the United States. Currently, there's not a single McDonald's in the entire continent of Greenland. Look at how massive it is. And yet, they haven't even built one. Unfortunately, I found out that Greenland only has small, locally owned businesses. This would make it necessary to airdrop in 3 to 9 McDonald's every square mile. This might not seem like enough, but it's a good start. The second problem is there's no roads in between cities. Therefore, we would need to introduce an extensive highway system to connect the McDonald's. Once that's done, we can focus on making the landscape more corporate friendly in order to jumpstart commerce in the area and bring even more prosperity to the United States. Lastly, Greenland would obviously need a famous landmark so that people would know that it's part of the United States.
I'm not so sure about that plan. Obviously, it is all a joke.
Because people were like, Trump is unpredictable. And I was like, man, this guy is predictable. And then he had his first press conference, and he said, we're gonna invade Greenland. And I was like, man, this guy is unpredictable. Greenland? Greenland? Who in America has ever been like, you know who needs to take it down a notch? Those Greenlanders. Greenlandish. I don't know what they're called. People from Greenland are like, oh, we're actually Greenlandic. We're like, well, why don't you suck my Greenland dick? How about that?
Dear President Trump, listen very carefully. Greenland has been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years. It's an integrated part of our country. It is not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Mr. Trump, fuck off.
Oh, who do you think you are to say stuff like this?
Greenland, on the other hand, I think is a very serious policy proposal.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I had a conversation this week with the Danish ambassador to the United States. And look, Denmark's a little freaked out by all this conversation.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what I told the ambassador. I said, listen, Denmark is our friend. You are our ally. You will continue to be our friend and ally. But friends and allies can have conversations. And the ambassador said, well, Greenland's not for sale. I said, that's fine. Everything's for sale. We're going to have a conversation. And by the way, if you maintain that, one of the things this has produced is a growing independence movement in Greenland.
Totally.
And if you do nothing, you may end up getting nothing for Greenland because they break off on their own.
Totally. Right.
I find it quite plausible that the Greenlanders, about 50,000 of them, would say, wait a second, I get to be an American?
Their poll just showed positive results. They just did a survey there.
To become an American is in many ways the greatest gift we can give anyone on planet Earth.
You gotta love Ted Cruz, man. He always has the best takes.
I know Donald Trump is going to win. He's undefeatable. Dude got a refund from a prostitute. I don't hate him as much, you know, because now I'm actually more excited because he said he's going to end the daylight saving. Daylight saving time. I'm on board. And the other day he said he's going to take over Greenland and Canada. And all the liberals are like, oh my God, he's going to take over Greenland. Like, imagine what he's going to do. He's going to be a Hitler. I'm like, shut the fuck up. We need to take over Greenland. And Canada need to be liberated. You know, back in the day, George Washington fought for our liberation, right? But he couldn't go to Canada because those Toronto fucks were working with the British. Even now.
Honestly, I did not expect that. This guy was super funny.
Aside his desire to sort of annex Greenland and all the implications that comes with that, the thought process is that Greenland is in a very strategic place geographically, but also has very important raw materials that both China and the US are trying to get their hands on. China is a dominant producer of rare earths. Greenland happens to be rich in rare earths. Also, graphite is a very important raw material that China makes a lot of, that we need more of, and that Greenland has a lot of. So it's the raw material commodity side that Greenland has that theoretically everybody wants to get their hands on. That, in addition to the strategic positioning of the country relative to the rest of the world.
I agree completely.
I'm excited to announce that the United States will finally be taking over Greenland. Greenland, for too long, has been green, and now we're going to make it red, white, and blue. And I'll be a president for all of the green people, Martian men and Martian women. The Gulf of Mexico will now be called the Gulf of America, and we're going to spell it G-O-L-F.
It's going to be like floating golf course? I'm not sure I can picture that.
I don't know how it's going to work. I'll let the water keeper come up with that. That's the guy who walks around and mows the water. People are going to be like, how am I on water right now hitting a ball? There will be no women allowed. I'm sorry. And the women can go somewhere else. They can land golf. Poseidon's locker room, where you can talk about whatever you want to do. But this is a message about Greenland, to Greenland and all of the green people. We're coming. We're going to MAGA. We're going to make America Greenland again. You're green, and we love you. We used to be able to say what color a person was comfortably. I'm orange. Canada, we're coming for you, and we are going to pillage you. We're sick of your shit. We hate you.
That was a pretty good Trump impersonation, in my opinion. That was funny.
If you look at a map, Greenland's a pretty strategically important location, given that on the one hand, one side is facing us in North America, so it's pretty key to North American defense. The Americans have a major strategic base at Pituffik Space Base, formerly known as Thule Air Force Base. Very important to U.S. national missile defense, very important to as a bomber resupply place, so really significant military infrastructure. If you go to the other side of Greenland, it's important because I was mentioning before that transit route from the Kola Peninsula in Russia, sending, say, submarines through to the North Atlantic, you're going to pass through the east coast of Greenland. So whoever controls Greenland and that east coast has a lot of opportunities for surveillance or interdiction in that space. So I'm sure that when President Trump looks at a map, he says, this is really important to us. How do I make sure that we control it? I think Greenlanders have been unequivocal in saying it's Greenlanders who are going to decide on their future, not President Trump.
The tundra's gone cold, but the stakes are hot. Trump has come, he has a plan of some sort. I built a palace on the icy plain. Who needs Mar-a-Lago? I got Greenland terrain. Musk is firing rockets from all over the space. They're captured by 7 giant arms of ice. The Rups are lacking free speech, he says. And wokeness floating all over this place. We take Greenland. I know you didn't think that we do. For the ice, the rocks and all the minerals too. No America first, guys, that's per se. No, it's Trump's Ice Kingdom all the way. Trump
that was pretty good. Great song.
Hey guys, it's J.D. Vance, the Vice President. And you know, there was so much excitement around Usha's visit to Greenland this Friday that I decided that I didn't want her to have all that fun by herself. And so I'm going to join her. I'm going to visit some of our guardians in the Space Force on the northwest coast of Greenland and also just check out what's going on with the security there of Greenland. As you know, it's really important. A lot of other countries have threatened Greenland, have threatened to use its territories and its waterways to threaten the United States, to threaten Canada, and of course to threaten the people of Greenland. So we're going to check out how things are going there. And I say that speaking for President Trump, we want to reinvigorate the security of the people of Greenland because we think it's important to protecting the security of the entire world. Unfortunately, leaders in both America and in Denmark, I think, ignored Greenland for far too long. That's been bad for Greenland. It's also been bad for the security of the entire world. We think we can take things in a different direction, so I'm going to go check it out.
Absolutely amazing.
And I also...
J.D. Vance, as always, giving up the right take. I think J.D. Vance has been doing an amazing job up to now, and I'm looking forward to what he does with Greenland next.
Also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security, and I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it. We will keep you safe. We will make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before. It's a very small population, but very, very large piece of land and very, very important for military security.
Oh, the elections on March 11th, they're going to be historical. After the election, there will be a new government in Greenland, and it's very likely that there will be a process talking about independence, real independence, for the first time between Denmark and Greenland. Whatever the outcome is going to be, there will be speed, there will be turbo on the issue of independence. You always have the issue of welfare, the issue of development. There is a huge difference between Nuuk, the capital of Greenland, and the small settlements along the coastline.
Absolutely amazing. That was a great video. I hope you learned something with me today. I hope you had some great life with me today as well. Obviously, Donald Trump is right when he's saying that America needs Greenland for security and that Greenland is safer with America than by itself. I hope Greenland gets what the Greenlandic people want. I hope they are going to vote for independence, and I hope they build their strong ties with America in the future. Obviously, people in Greenland have the right to decide if they want to be part of America or not. They are probably going to want to stay independent, but I truly hope that they build strong ties with America. I think Donald Trump is right when he is saying that it's best for Greenland to be part of America or to have very strong ties with America, whether it is economic ties or whatever else. I see it as a necessity, obviously, because China is getting stronger, because Russia is getting stronger, and if we want to stay safe in the Western world, we have to make a strong America as well. It's obviously that if America has to compete against Russia, against China, against Iran and North Korea in the future, America has to be strong. And for the security of the Western world, we have together, we have to build a strong America so that we are on the right side of history with America and all other great allies such as Canada and Europe and the UK, etc. A strong America means a safer world, means a world at peace and a better future for everybody. That's what I believe. Let me know what you think about this. I hope you enjoyed this video with me today. Thanks for staying with me till the end. I appreciate you being here with me. And click right there to watch the next video. And I will see you there. Bye-bye.